to Bayou Geeks. Please subscribe.
Oh, we geeking in the bayou, yeah, we live by that code. A blunt in one hand, red beans on the stove. Click, clack, keys, and a crawfish beat. Boot up the party with the Bayou Geeks. Oh, we geeking in the bayou, yeah, we live by that code. A blunt in one hand, red beans on the stove. Click, clack, keys, and a crawfish beat. Boot up the party with the Bayou Geeks. Got that jam box blasting Creole soul, spinning hard drives in a gumbo bowl. Fatty says, bitch, we don't do slow. Even our hard drives got a Cajun flow. Oh, we geeking in the bayou, yeah, we live by that code. Hacking on the levee where the moss trees grow. From Baton Rouge to Bourbon Street, it's a second line party with the Bayou Geeks.
Hey, what's up, brah? Welcome to the 420 edition of the
What's up,
Bayou
bruh?
Geeks. Oh, no way. He said something before I introduced him. So what's up, dude? I'm gonna be white stone a surfer, dude.
Chilling, bro.
Yo.
You're funny, bro. You're ridiculous.
Oh,
You're already half that anyway.
That's awesome. Well, I was gonna give
Yeah,
y'all white.
Cottonmouth, that's about it.
Damn.
You're always white, Chris. What are you talking about?
Fucking racist.
Oh shit, bro. Welcome everybody to the Bayou Geeks. Happy 420. I know we're a little early, but you know, we lost track of time. That's all it was. We just didn't know when it was.
Actually, we were on time.
Appreciate you guys all the love and support. And well, we're kind of on time. We're still like a minute or like 30 seconds late, but you know, that's enough.
It's all good. So what's
But,
been going on?
make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Oh, go ahead.
Same old, bro. Work. Yeah, just like and subscribe, rate and
Yeah,
review,
work out.
podcast family. We love it. Yeah, we're super high tonight. I know I am. I've been smoking all day. I was at a birthday party today.
La, da, 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 da. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you hear they're
man,
coming out with the last Friday.
I would say
No?
three-letter word that I used earlier for WrestleMania. But I don't care.
I just want them to be done with it. That's all.
I don't think they need it. There's too many
Just
people
want them
that's
to-
not going to be able to be in it. I think it's too late. That's my opinion.
It
though.
is what it is.
I mean, how you gonna
But yeah, well, how was your week, bro? My week's
Oh, my week went actually pretty decent. I can't complain. I mean, I actually didn't do any pools today. God, I couldn't tell you the last time that actually happened.
that's what's up.
I skipped my personal, but it's all good. It's a salt pool.
You're so
It's all
stupid,
good.
bro. It's fine.
But yeah, actually,
all
yeah,
right.
it feels nice to not have to do pools.
Yeah, no, bro.
So who we got? Who we
Yeah,
got right now?
I was busy this morning. Anyway. I was doing a pool.
We got the boss.
looks
The
like we
boss
got,
is watching.
Yeah, shot of brandy.
We got Christy.
And Christy's in there
Christy,
too. So baby
Just-
cakes.
Just the wives. Isn't great? Can we get some other people in here?
Well, there's other people lurking. They're just not. There's other people lurking because they have a
our
more
only
people in
fans
there,
are the
but-
wives. Don't we have a bigger crowd? It's WrestleMania. They're taking out the audience, the nerds.
Yeah, no. Fuck
God
those dudes.
Damn it,
Are they doing a
WrestleMania
watch along?
took all
They're not
other,
doing a watch
all
along.
other three co-hosts occupied with WrestleMania.
I know one that hasn't been on the show in over a year. Took the whole weekend off. The fuck is that?
Actually, let's go a step further than that. Maybe the founder of the show hasn't been on it
I
in
know.
over a year. Maybe twice in 15
I think he's been on it twice ever. Yeah, exactly. The fuck?
Talking about working from behind the scenes, huh?
I know. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's Rick. What's up, Rick?
My boy Rick, he didn't disappoint.
You know what it is. His son's gonna make an appearance before he makes an appearance. The way this is going,
Right. Yeah,
That
Liam's going to
fucking
be
guy.
on the show before he will.
Fucking ridiculous.
All right, Liam, all you got to do is do 3 shows and you already
See, I
beat
wasn't
your
trying to say his name, bro.
No.
Why are you trying to say? Do you don't have to say his name? Don't say his name. He's a child. We don't say the children's names unless they're our children, and our children are grown because we're old. So,
I
matter
don't
if we say
think
their
we're
name.
I don't think Liam's going to get any stalkers from this channel. I don't think we're that big.
You never know. He's a cute kid.
See now, who's this Liam child? We must find who this
We have
Liam
that
child
grip.
is. You know, we can stalk him. Even though Fatty and Gary has said their children's names and grandchildren's names on the show a million times, let's find this one Liam.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, Liam Nielsen will be
Is
on
he
the
English?
show.
As a British,
He'll be on the show before.
isn't
his
it?
father.
Isn't it strange?
Oh
my
bloody
God.
hell!
But yeah, it
Stupid
is funny that we're doing this shit on WrestleMania night. I wasn't too. I didn't realize it was on for already. It was already been on for like 4 hours. Like I did not know that it was that long because it's still going to be on like till like 10 o'clock tonight, right?
Dude, it's not like look. Okay, me and Mike get into it literally every time I get on the phone. I don't even watch wrestling no more, but I speak more wrestling with him because it's always the same shit. And I'm calling him out on the show. I hope he hears it. It's Roman Reigns this, Roman Reigns that. He's like, Roman. And I even caught him in the fucking some bullshit the other night because he was like, oh, this and that. I'm like, Mike, let me ask you something though. Considering I'm 48 years old and I started watching wrestling back in 1982, and I pretty much stopped maybe 5 years ago at the most. And I had a little gap in the 90s. I'm like, I consume way more wrestling than your little mind could ever imagine. But yet you have never, ever gone back and watched the old wrestling, only the wrestling you've seen from
No,
there
he never watched
on.
it.
So you don't, I was like, dude, I
Yeah.
experienced way more wrestling you ever had in different eras, different territories, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to sit there and try to argue with me that, oh, what did he fucking say? He's main event 10 WrestleManias. I'm like, yes, on a scripted sport.
It was a little different back in the day.
Dude, I'm like, come on. I mean, it's like, dude, when people start comparing wrestlers as records,
Yeah, the record things is funny to me.
wrestling entertainment, dude, the conversation's over. It's
what I like is I like the how many world championships you had or world titles you had. That's my favorite. Hello?
No, it's just his arguments are so fucking retarded. Oh, my bad. So
Jesus.
Handicapped.
Hard R.
I use the proper term. His ideas are so handicapped. They're ridiculous. They're
match.
friggin' ridiculous, dude. It's like, dude, he's like always wants to say, because he always wants to say Hulk Hogan was he always says Hulk Hogan's a crappy wrestler, and I'm right there like, I agree, but there'll never be an icon as big as that dude. I'm sorry, dude. The dude was a icon out this fucking.
Cena came close though,
and he's trying to compare Roman Reigns to Hulk Hogan's height of.
Cena, I think, was the closest.
And dude, this is what I try to tell Mike, and he don't understand this. I'm like, dude, I was never a fan of Hulk Hogan. I was a fan of the Hulk Hogan, just Hulk Hogan. And it was an 80s icon. You didn't have to be a fan to like Hulk Hogan in the 80s. That's what I try to explain to him. And he's like, oh no. I'm like, dude, Hulk Hogan had more than people, more than fans. He had people that just who never watched wrestling like him. Roman Reigns don't have that.
Yep. No, that's what I was saying. The John Cena, I think, was the closest to that.
And Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan changed
so much
Make a Wish once but twice.
Yeah, the second time was a big one. And WO is still
he put
very
his whole
iconic.
Image and career on the line for that moment, and it paid off like no other fucking thing ever. And Mike wants
can you imagine if it didn't work?
I'm like, dude, he's like, dude, Roman Reigns has been the biggest name in WWE. Yeah. And I'm like, yes, you're absolutely right. Because it's called lack of options.
There's nobody else to put up there.
I was like, in Hulk Hogan's day, there was a lot more people, that could carry the company. Macho Man, Hulk, Warrior, Andre. I was like, dude, give me 4 guys that could carry WWE now outside of Roman Reigns. And he wants to say Cody. I'm like, dude, Cody's a nobody. Give me a fucking break. Cody's overrated, man. There ain't nobody else in that company.
I do like
Reigns. Look, we got the family. See, it's only family. See,
yeah, it's
Rick's the only cock in the hen house here.
I know, Jesus Christ, Rick. You're a baller. Got all the bitches with you.
Whoa! My kid is in here. Watch it.
I see now she talks. Oh shit!
I'll forgive you. You're high. All is forgiven. I'm too high to care.
I'm very high.
It's 420.
It's 420 weekend.
Maximus G 420.
Got my high shirt on. Got my Best Bud shirt on.
I got the Wee Leaf shirt on, or hat on.
See,
like my new hat. Look at that. Is that nice? I'm posing with it.
Can't even see it.
It's on me right now. You don't see it in the picture? You see, look. Like, hey, how you doing? Jakar.
Talking to cartoons again. Wondering why there's awkward pauses when it's just me.
See, look, my cartoon. If I was a beer commercial, I'd be like, hi, I'm Fatty 316. And when I go out to drink, there's only one drink for me. I drink something or something different. Zima. I'll see you there.
So dumb. Zima was that the first like alternative alcoholic beverage? Because we had
they had
wine coolers which were fine.
Yeah,
but those were
Cisco was out. Yeah, dude, they had all this shit.
But
Zima was different. Zima everybody remembers the commercial.
He was trying to be like Smirnoff Ice before Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, but I think Zima was better. I think they still sell.
I guess
Zima.
I don't remember even what Zima tasted.
It was like that clear, almost like a citrus taste.
Yeah, I have no idea I don't remember what it tastes like at all. Like,
oh, it was I loved it. I think it was great. Actual lady, she's a chick. She probably remember it. They drank, all the chicks drank it. I liked it too. I was like, fuck it, give it here.
Oh wow, it was by Coors Brewing Company. I didn't realize Coors was behind Zima. That's funny.
Well, I didn't know that either.
Discontinued in 2008.
That's something I didn't give a shit
about. Yeah, look,
about.
Zima was discontinued. Yeah, Zima was discontinued in 2008 and was briefly re-released in 2017 and 2018. Zima is only still sold in Japan.
I guess I'll have to make an order from Japan.
Yeah, you have to go to Japan to get it. And who knows? That shit might cost you $10,000 with all these fucking tariffs.
10,000 yen. Oh no, Japan gave in. We good with Japan. China.
Yeah, China's got.
Every time I hear the word China, I always think of the voice in Street Fighter 2. When you go into like the little planes flying to the different China.
Oh, she did.
Fight.
She did drink Zima.
I'm sure Brand.
You're right.
It's sure. I'm trying to deal with chicks, dog. They all drank Zima.
I drank Zima.
Trust me, I know.
Rick, you drank Zima?
I hung around with, we all around the same age, dude. Come on, man. I mean, I was hanging out. That's when I was starting to hang out with the bad kids around that time when Zima came out, and all the chicks were like, they were our age, but much mature than us. And they were like, "We drinking Zima."
Yeah. You're like, Zima? Sure, that sounds cool.
I'm sure Brandy did too. A shot of Brandy. She's in there. I know Taryn missed it. she didn't get to know the Zima days.
That's crazy, bro.
The Bottles and James. That was the 80s shit. That was the 80s. The wine.
She would have had to catch that for that brief stretch. And yeah, Bartles and James were awesome. But she would have had to catch that short window between 2017 and 2018.
Yeah, but they would have been like, what the fuck is this? Is this clear Pepsi?
That shit was
Crystal
weird.
Pepsi.
Clear Pepsi was bad too.
Oh
Crystal,
God,
Pepsi
any of
Crystal
them
was
clear
fucking horrible.
drinks
It
would
was not
suck.
good.
If it didn't say Sprite or 7-Up, oh God, that was the
And
nastiest
they don't
shit.
even have. They have something else now too.
Pepsi Clear, I forgot it was a Crystal Pepsi. Some shit. Me and Brandy just saw something the other night on that.
Oh my goodness! Took too big of a hit. Getting crazy. Hey, did you
Um,
hear that there's a new Cheech and Chong coming out
oh
tomorrow?
yeah, I seen the trailer. Is it tomorrow it's coming out?
Yeah, I think it's coming out tomorrow. And it's like their last movie. I think isn't it
Yeah,
called Last
yeah,
Movie or some shit?
yeah. I seen the trailer for it.
Can we play
Actually,
the trailer?
speaking
Is there
of,
any way we can?
there's it was just announced. We're getting a third movie from 1991 or 90. Young Guns 3.
What?
Yep.
Is
I've
this
been
for real? Is
hoping
this
for
some
this.
April Fool's thing that you just fell
No,
for?
no. This has been in the work for 5 years. They finally got the green light.
Really?
Yep. And Emilio Estevez is like, look, I know what you're thinking. The story's been planned for years. Even he had the story even after the second one, how it would continue. They're going to build it off of the very ending of Young Guns 2. If you remember the ending with the old man who was claiming to be Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid, yeah, at the end of the
Yeah,
movie.
it's
Yeah.
going
Like
to
when
be
they flash
played in
forward.
that, but it's going to be, years before that moment takes place. It's going to be the years in between the shot
In
and the
between
old
the end
man
of that
years. Yeah,
and the old man. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That makes
that he
sense because
lived.
they left
And
a huge gap.
dude, I was watching
Yeah.
an interview with Emilio, and he's super into that shit about Billy the Kid and that story about that man, because that's a true story about that guy.
Yeah,
But
no, I've heard
yeah,
about that. I've heard about that.
and dude, they put pictures from both guys compared and got someone to look into it and said he was 99% sure that old man was Billy the Kid.
Yeah, the bone structure and everything matched up because there's only like 2 known photographs of Billy the Kid. You know that, right?
Yeah, and one's of his corpse.
No, like like real life photographs of Billy the Kid. There's 2 of them known.
I
I'm
know.
not talking about a corpse picture.
Yeah, but there's a picture of his dead
I'm
body.
talking about like actual
Supposedly, if
pictures.
that's him.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not. That's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of that there's actually just 2 regular pictures of him, not of his corpse. Like I said, not of his corpse. That one's I don't think is a picture that was infamous. But there's only 2 known pictures of his of his body, of his person in general. And one of them's a wide angle shot where it shows like him and his posse, and he's just one of the people sitting there holding I think he's holding a rifle, standing there, and he doesn't look. Billy the Kid was not like a very good looking guy. Like he was kind of ugly.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
funny because the interviewer goes, "Can I ask you one question?" And he's like, "Yeah." Is a certain man by the name of John Bon Jovi involved? And he's like, "I am not allowed to say." Because that Blaze of Glory is like one of my opinion, one of the greatest. That's the song you want to die to. If you're gonna die, that's the song to go out to. Blaze of Glory. And he was like, "I'm not allowed to say," but he said, Lou Diamond's coming back. Christian Slater is going to come back because he made a good point. Cool. He was like, "Remember, you supposedly that you didn't see them 2 die, even though Lou Diamond in the second one walked out the tent. He falls down and he sees the white horse or some shit like that. But you didn't see him actually die.
And then he takes him off.
And then with Christian Slater,
did he end up riding away on the horse?
No. They just showed a horse like I guess he fades and the horse in the darkness just pass. Just it looks like it's passing his eyes. I don't know, something like that. But you didn't see him rot off. And remember, and at the end of also with Christian Slater. It said it in the words, he was supposedly beheaded right after arriving in Mexico because, he was always bragging how many Mexicans he killed and shit. And he asked the guys, "You ever heard of me?" And they shook their head and they took the machete out. But then again, like you said, you didn't actually see him die.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So,
this is way off topic. I was trying to talk about Cheech and Chong's fucking movie. And you hit me with Young Guns 3.
Hey, I'm for it. And Emilio said he's not trying to make it woke either. I'm like, I'm in.
And I don't think it should be woke. What the hell? Like it's back in the day. That's like real back in the day. There's some other horrible shit going on. I don't think wokeness was any part of it.
Because he said what the story's going to be about, and they're going to have it's going to be a lot of Spanish and Native Americans in it. And he was like, I don't want people to think I'm doing that purposely to make a statement. It's like, no, it's going to make sense. And it's going to be natural. It's not because I'm
part
doing
of the
it just
story.
to add it. Yeah, he that's what he came out and said. He don't want people to think that off the bat. He's like, no, it's going to be a part of a bigger story. And I was like, cool, Lee. Hey, I'm cool with that. I like that attitude about it. And he came out straight up and said it. Like, look, no, don't.
That's what's up. Yeah, bro.
I was like, I'm cool. At least they'll have
Cheech
two
and
white
Chong
guys.
movie's coming out tomorrow.
What?
I said, yeah. Well, the Cheech and Chong movie's coming out tomorrow. I thought we were gonna watch a fucking a preview for it, but you just went off on your Young Guns.
Well, you didn't ask me to play a preview for it.
I tried. I did. I was talking about it, and then you started saying, "You know what else came out? Young Guns 3."
No, I didn't say it came out. I said it was announced.
Or it's announced that it's in the works, or this or that, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, what the? I'm like, okay, cool. Like, there's a certain episode that we're talking about something. We're gonna talk about something else. Who cares if it's 420 related? Whatever. Young Guns 3 sounds better to me.
Take me now to the blaze of glory.
It's ridiculous. We're gonna copyright it for you singing that line, that one little bar.
How many people here smoke grass?
That was a government survey.
Man, how young they were.
They've earned over
Holy
$2
shit.
million. The first rock and roll comedians. No doubt about it.
You sure we're going the right way?
We're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
No, we're southwest of fucking nowhere. We're not in the middle yet. So is this a documentary or a movie?
I don't know, man. All we can do is be funny. Am I driving okay?
Back in the day, comedians weren't respected.
And we weren't afraid to get gross with them. Hey, this is what they really laugh at. What do we call ourselves?
Richard and Tommy, no.
Tommy and Dick, no. Cheech and Chong.
That was it.
We were making up this method as we were going along.
I got the tape recorder set up.
Dave, come on, man. Open up. I think the cops.
Dave's not here.
Already on the Billboard charts.
The movie comes out, it's a giant hit. Giant.
It's not hard to see what drugs do to you.
Make you rich.
Well, you
But money and success might spoil them.
You still won't grow your mustache back.
You drive me nuts.
We're no longer partners.
Nothing lasts forever, Tommy. Nothing lasts forever.
I never met anybody quite like him.
It's very painful sometimes. But he's my best friend.
It's yin and yang, Cheech and Chong. All that stuff that happened, why don't we just let it go?
Come on, baby. I'll give you a ride. Let's go.
Cheech and Chong.
The old stone charmers.
Look how far we've come.
That's his old lady. That's Tommy Chong's old lady.
Oh, I think I dropped some gummies.
Yep. See? Comes out tomorrow. On a Sunday, no less. That's crazy.
Oh,
Kitty's
wow,
away.
man. Oh, no way. I want to do a Spicoli, but I can't. Because it's funny.
Yeah, I can't
Remember in Fast Times at Ridge Muhammad when he's having a dream and the reporter's like, what about Matt Harris and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, no way. Those guys are fags. The way he does it.
That's another movie that could be made today. I know. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Says like no big deal.
Right? That's what would be funny. Something like this.
Yeah.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Exactly.
just straight as can be. What?
Still one of the greatest.
Say that on
comedies
TV,
of
bro.
all time.
Yeah. Well, have you ever seen those videos of Gen Z and millennials, like young millennials, showing like old videos of like Eminem? Like, have you seen like the Eminem videos or just old movies in general? Like in like lines that they pull out of there and the shit that they say, and they're just like, what the fuck? Like they heard him listen to an Eminem track called "Kill You," where it's basically Eminem just rapping about killing his wife. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, this won a Grammy? Yeah, that's right. Won a Grammy. He's a great lyricist. He wasn't actually going to do it. He wouldn't have talked about it if he was going to actually do it. Come on now.
Yeah,
But you
but it
should see
can't
their
be as
faces.
bad
They
as the
freak the
drill
fuck
rap
out.
now. I mean, the motherfuckers go kill each other for real and shit and post it on Facebook like, look at me.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
IG stories.
it's like, good job, fucking
Short
moron.
stories for 24 hours.
You got 1,000 likes and 100 years in jail. Good job, yo. Good job. Fucking geniuses now.
I watch those videos too where they show them getting getting swatted, but it's actually not getting swatted. It's just the SWAT team just coming in on them because they shared their location when they were doing their live, and the local police got informed. They snitched on themselves. Like there's one where, no joke, like you just see them fucking break it in, and like the guy's like, put the camera down, they're still alive. Because they knew they were still alive. They were just watching them 2 minutes ago.
Sitting there posing with the body and
Flashing
shit,
up
and you notificate, the tracker is just picking you up or where your phone's at. Were you there at that
Yeah, so I'm
location
saying
at this time, sir? No, sir. I was across town. I could. Why is your phone saying you were here at this
It's
time?
geotagged.
Yeah, it's
Technology.
like moron.
That's the thing. We grew up with
leave the
not
fucking
having to
phone
worry
at
about any of
home,
that
yo.
shit.
You should have
Yeah,
had
like
someone take your phone and go
your
to cross
phone, your
town to do
smartwatch.
something. None of you motherfuckers watch CSI or the First 48. God
No, they don't
damn.
watch that stuff. Did they stream it? Is there a podcast about it? Then maybe I'll watch it. Shit, I was just watching Law and Order Organized Crime earlier today. Fucking right.
Oh yeah, dude, I see those videos on
Oh,
YouTube
my
all the
goodness.
time, like the police body cam, especially if it's something like really horrific.
Mhm.
And dude, it's like some of the people like, yeah, I'll never forget one. It's not funny, but it's like the woman's like, can y'all send a police officer to my house? And they're like, yes, man, what's the emergency? They're like, I was in my son's closet and we found a bag and it was wet and we brought it in the sink and it's someone's head. And they're like, excuse me? It's like, it's a head. And fuck, it's like, what the fuck did you bring a head home for? Fucking, oh God.
Yeah. There's some weird ones. There's one that I seen that the body cam was alerting the parents that their child was a serial killer, and then like certain things that were in the house were like tokens, that they took from their killer or they took from their prey.
Mm-hmm.
And the parents are like, what? They're freak like, and it's just like, I feel bad. Like, how are you supposed to know that? Like, I thought Tommy was just quiet. I didn't realize he was killing people and keeping their fingernails. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on with Tommy? Like, what happened to Tommy? Did somebody really pick? Like, did these kids get picked on that bad? Because goddamn, I ain't never seen anybody get picked on like that. That they want to do some serial killing.
Yeah, man, it's just fucking nuts. But this is 420. We're talking about murder and shit, and it's not good. We're giving weed a bad name when we talk about weed and murder at the same thing. It's like, no. We're not talking about bath salt here. We're talking about marijuana.
Not the hard stuff, huh?
So Gary, won't you tell us your first experience with marijuana?
Well, it's weird because I was around it a lot before I ever even tried it. Because all of my friends were always smoking, and I was I was an athlete and I just didn't smoke. Like I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, I didn't do anything. I was like, I was like 13, 14 years old, like the summer of that year, like going from like 8th grade to high school. That's when it was. Um, I think the first time I smoked, we were at a friend's house. I think we are just chilling in his backyard. And they were just passing the blunt and they're like skipping me because I never would smoke the blunt when they were, it was all of them out there. And I was just like, fuck it, let me try. And they're like, oh shit, for real? Like, she gonna smoke? And I'm like, yeah, what the hell? Let's go. And so I tried and I was like, all right, pretty good. Liked it. And I got really fucking high. And like it took me a very long time to get home. Or at least that's what I remember in my mind. That it took me a long time to get home. Like I had to walk home and it took me a minute. Like it took me longer than it usually would. But then I went home. I think I ate a cold salami sandwich. Just slapped some salami, cheese, and bread together and went to my room, ate it, and then fell asleep. And that was pretty much the beginning of it. After that, I was like, man, this kind of make me feel all the time. I'm down with that.
Huh.
So that was the first time.
Huh. Interesting.
How about you?
I'll
what was the
never
first time you
forget.
smoked weed?
It was around 90. I think it had to be around 93. 90. Yeah, around 93. My friend Jonathan come over. He was like a skater. And he's like, bro, I got this joint. So we went under the Transcontinental Overpass. If you know what that is, the overpass by Transcontinental, by that little religious school, Crescent City. Right?
Mm-hmm.
At the bottom. Like, literally under that underpass right there. And we smoked. Next thing I know, dude, it felt like I was in a dream. I'm like, holy shit. And we walked back to my house and we fucking sitting on the fucking French fry outside in the parking lot, all fucked up. My friend's ex-old lady comes out there because she lived and she's like, Chris, you all right? I'm like, I'm fucked up. She slapped. We go upstairs, we eat ham and Swiss cheese sandwiches with pretzels.
There you go. That's what's up.
Sweet.
Some crazy combinations you come up when you're high.
And the cat was tripping and we're laughing our asses off and shit. My mom had a cat.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, so that was my first experience.
Cat wasn't tripping. Y'all were tripping.
I didn't smoke a lot like at that time. It wasn't until I got my apartment when I turned 18 is when because I had, motherfuckers were just bringing it over to fucking smoke there. They're like, bro, I got some weed. Can I come over and smoke at your house? I'm like, you fucking all is welcome.
Yeah, sure. Catch a contact anyway. Like I had a contact buzz before, but it wasn't the same. Like it wasn't the same as trying to inhale and like coughing up a lung the first time you try to do it because you do it wrong. No, it's like, that's not a big deal. Now I have to like inhale it through my nose.
Dude, that apartment era was all about me getting fucked up. Dude, it's funny. Because me and Brandy were talking about that. I was like, you think in a part of my life, I was 18, you think I would have just had like the coups just pouring in, you know what I mean by that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was the opposite for me. I was like, okay, sex or drugs? I'll take the drugs. It was more high price. Seriously, you think
it was harder to get.
It was like that. That's how it was, dude. I wasn't even worried about that at that time. I was like, dude, who's got the next fix? And it's like I wasn't an addict or anything. It was just I was partying. It was all it was. I was just fucking partying.
Imagine.
I wasn't doing it during the day and shit. It was just all at night. I was never a day person. I was like a day partier.
Well, it depended. It was every once in a while. Like we used to have house parties up north all the time. Like that was a thing that was a normal thing, having house parties and having like a DJ in somebody's basement. Yeah. I know y'all don't know what basements really are down here because not a lot of people have them. And they're dry up north. That's the other thing too. Everybody's got a basement and they're dry.
Yeah,
we have house parties and motherfuckers be drinking and smoking.
Houses in the city.
Sometimes. Yeah, we had them in houses too, but it mostly be somebody's basement in their backyard. You'd see all the people. That's where you would knew. You knew where to go because you just go through the neighborhood and you'd see a bunch of people hanging out in the backyard. You're like, okay, like a lot of these groups don't hang out together. Oh, that's just a house party. Let's just go see what's up over here. That's the other thing too. The high school that I went to, my freshman and sophomore year, they had open campus. So the second it was lunch period, from the first lunch period to the last lunch period, there was always people outside, so the security wouldn't fuck with you. But if you were out there, after the last lunch period or before the first lunch period, that's when security would try to get you. And there's this one dude who was this fat white dude. He used to fucking chase us all the time. Oh, goddamn time. We would always get away. And he knew who we were, but he has to actually catch you. I don't understand. I guess
why
we
he
have
had to be
cameras.
fat and white.
Because he was. I don't want to tell you. Like, that's what he was. He was a roly
Should
poly.
have said he was a
Caucasian,
heavy-set Caucasian man.
Now he's a fat white guy. I think his name was Chris, too. Officer Chris. Couldn't make it as a cop. Had to be security guard for high school.
Yep. Just like, fat white Chris, as we like to get revenge later in life. Yeah, I can vouch for that. They never know it's coming.
But yeah, it was just weird. But it was weird. But that was and then we'd do all kinds of crazy shit. We'd go fucking bowling because there was a bowling alley not too far. And the manager sometimes that was there would always let us hang out and just fucking order fries. Smoke fucking weed in the back of the bowling alley.
At some point this year, we may do this as a Bayou Geek thing. We're gonna do a watch along to Dazed and Confused, and I'll tell you why. Because this year, around July, August, because it was around that time, this is the 30-year anniversary of my famous Dazed and Confused party I threw in that apartment. When I just bought the shitload of weed, like 2 ounces, and just told everybody, put the movie on, roll. And I had my boy John there, another John. There was like 20 Johns. But I was like, bro, you're in charge. Roll all that shit up in joints. He's like, no problem, bro. And that's exactly how he fucking talked, too. Swear to God. He's like, well, I got you, bro. Okay, I'll roll all that shit up, bro. And he did, dude, like 2 hands, one in each hand, licking that shit, dude. Man, it was amazing. He rolled all that shit in joints, and he probably confiscated.
I knew some guys like that.
Himself. I know that motherfucker. He was a thief. And dude, I was just
hey,
throwing
it's a tax, bro. It's a tax.
Had the shit on my old, because you could hook the TV up. I didn't have a surround system back then. I had a stereo that you could hook to RCA cables to for the sound, and plugged in the TV and had it on the radio.
Yep.
So yeah, that was the 30. And dude, I had about 17 people in my house, dude. My little ass 1-bedroom apartment on Zenith. And fucking
crazy,
dude, the Dazed and Confused party.
Yeah, we do a watch along, bro. Just make sure we set it up. But we're gonna get flagged like a motherfucker. We watch that movie out here.
No, I can figure out something. We could probably watch it live, but we'd have to put it, once it goes up, it has to go private.
Only the subscribers.
Yeah, because it's not the live. It's not the live stream we got to worry about, because they can't catch the live stream. It's the anything that goes up after is where your problem comes in.
Yeah, the upload.
Yeah,
the upload.
So if I
after.
move it to
I
a private, I don't think we'd have an issue with it. But I don't know who could see it. Maybe just subscribers could go and watch it. I'd have to.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said that 3 times.
No, but I don't know how that
not
works.
Hearing me when I'm
we
talking?
don't have a membership to the channel. I mean, we're not there to have memberships. And I don't even know if I'm for that.
Yeah, no, but still, I think it'll probably just be a subscriber thing, because it won't be a members thing, because we don't have, like you said, we don't have.
Yeah, because we're not making money on it. Because that's what it is. If it goes private, you can't make money off of it. Regardless, I mean, it's not like we make money on our videos now. I mean, we're not even monetized. They'll copyright us for all the shit, but we're not monetized because we don't have nowhere near the subscribers for that. And it's amazing, but we get copyright for shit, but we can't make money off of it because we're not monetized anyway.
And make sure you guys like and subscribe. We appreciate all the support.
Don't worry, we're never taking money.
Here's Here's one. Where's the weirdest place you ever smoked weed at?
Oh fuck.
Or like the
Jeez,
strangest
Gary,
place,
you
you
just
know,
asked
like
me like $1
a
million
place that you wouldn't think,
question.
or like you wouldn't think that, like, oh man, somebody smoked weed there. Like that's weird. Like,
Holy
okay,
shit.
that's different.
Oh man, dude. Oh man. I mean, you got one. You got to let me think about that for a second.
Oh, the weirdest place that I can remember smoking weed. I think I was 17. I was in the Dominican Republic on vacation, and I believe my cousin and I smoked a joint on a roof, like on vacation, just there in DR, like on the roof of this, like our aunt's building or some shit. That's probably the weirdest place I ever smoked. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really. Every other place is just normal place, just a room somewhere. You know, like I wasn't on like a tour, like I wasn't at the USS Alabama and smoked in one of the rooms back there. That would be fucking cool. But no, I didn't do any of that. I don't have any
I
weird,
think
any cool places. That's
I
why I
don't
thought of it, because mine is kind of lame. Like mine's just I was in another country. That's all. That's another country
mine,
smoking on a roof. I smoked on roofs all the time in Chicago.
mine. I don't think it's so much a place, but more who. Because I can't really think of a place where like really I can't believe I'm smoking weed here. I think it would be more of a who, where I was more of a shock and awe. And it was when I started Sports Avenue, and it was the first, I want to say it's the first couple months that I actually became the assistant. So I say I'm there about 6 months. Well, Pat, like one of the bosses, Easy's friend, the owner's son, who pretty much was like second command, third command, whatever. He come down and we all at Easy's apartment. Easy just lights one up in front of him and he's smoking. He passes it to me. I'm like, oh,
Okay. He hit it first, bro. You're good. You're good to go. Don't fucking drug test me. Tell you that right now.
yeah. I'm like, well, he hit it, and I was like, Pat's a CEO and shit. I'm like, oh, and I was like, okay, and Easy's like, smoke it, motherfucker, and I was like, okay. But yeah, that was I think that's the only time I ever been like that, because I wasn't expecting that. And I mean, okay, then I could tell you the hundreds of fucking stories after that, with Pat when he came, all the crazy shit we got into after that. But that first time, dude,
I can imagine. He's like, dude, oh, you're Pat, cool. He's like, oh, you're cool. Yeah, we're gonna do
remember
this.
When I first started with the first year with the company, I went to Vegas, right? Pat was the one that picked us up from the airport and had the fucking drinks in the SUV for us, with margaritas in the SUV and a big ass joint, fucking ready to go. When he picked us up and shit, I'm like, holy shit, 7 a.m. I'm drinking a margarita in the back of the SUV with a joint. That was Pat.
You're on vacation, bitch. Fuck that.
So it went from that nervous dude in the
you're on vacation, you can drink whatever you want.
It's like, oh shit.
You can
man.
drink and smoke whenever you want when you're on vacation, bro. The
But
rule is
like,
when you're
no,
on vacation,
I'm just showing you how
country,
different I was from that first time to pretty much the last time. I was different. But yeah, that's the only time. I can't remember. I mean, I've smoked everywhere. I mean, if you would ask me the first time I ever did, well, no, not the first time I did coke, but the weirdest place I ever did coke. Well, yeah, I could go there. That's an easy one.
Whoa! It's not that kind of party tonight, bro. Jesus.
Oh, well, it's weed. That's always the party. If you're talking about weed, everything's invited. Everyone is welcomed here. Oh.
You ever see that Jim Brewer skit back in the day where he's talking about all the alcohol in your stomach's like a party? Yeah, go watch that on YouTube. It's funny. It's like a 7-minute clip of him having a joke about him drinking all the different drinks, and they're going into his stomach, and his stomach's the bouncer letting them in, like depending on who they are. And of course, he does all the character voices that aren't very woke. Like, tequila is, typical. Orale. Let me just come in, bro. Just me and my cousin. That's it. Just me and my cousin. And 6 more of his friends sneak in the back. Because,
I forgot who it was. Someone's asking me this week about me being Spanish, and I wanted just to go off and be like, "Oh, the little Holmes."
Some East LA ass shit. The fuck?
And my familia ese. What you talk about, Holmes?
You're not from Los Angeles.
Macaron.
I don't think they even talk like that out here, bro.
I'm Miko, bro. From in 95, I was Miko for a little while. That's something that never stuck. Thank God. That was only in high school.
Yeah, that would not been good.
That was only with a few guys. It wasn't like everybody I knew. It was like high school guys I knew that would fuck with me about that. Outside, the people on the outside, I was, outside of high school, I was fatty.
Yeah, well, I didn't like my last couple years of high school. That was not good.
Oh, I loved high school, man. That's the fucking years I wish I could go back to. High school was fucking awesome.
High school was all right. Like, it wasn't super awesome. I had a much better time after high school.
I was throwing weed parties.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's why. That's why, nigga. I wasn't doing that.
I had my own apartment in high school. I guess I had a leg up on everybody. It was why it was great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had to fucking sneak home at 17 with a fucking
I was
first year's driver's license.
Like I said it before. Hey, I would go to the strip club, straight to the bus stop to high school. God, that was awesome. I miss that guy.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Think about it. That's awesome, bro. I was in high school going to strip clubs and going straight to school after the fucking strip club. Smelling like I said, cigarettes and ass.
Yeah.
And liquor.
No, I would have felt sorry. I would have been like, why is like
poor
guy's got no home life, man?
Dude, one of my teachers asked me what I'm
all
doing.
happy all the time. Yeah, what's up, everybody? I've had 0 hours of sleep.
Dude, God bless her, Miss Kaiser, bro. She was like, Chris, she was real religious and shit. She's like, I'm gonna ask you, because I had it every day. And she's like, what are you doing at night? I'm like, you want me, you know how I am. I'm like, the truth, or you want me to bullshit you?
I know.
She's like, I want the truth.
You want to hear, or you want the real?
Yeah, that's how I was. And I was like, I'm hanging at the strip club every night. She was like, what? And I'm like, oh yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, Miss Kaiser, be fair, Tuesday through Saturday. I don't go on the other days.
Sundays and Mondays.
And yeah, dude, I'd go in that. Dude, I was like looking like a vampire going to school with the sunglasses and shit, laying on the desk and shit. I was failing anyway. I didn't give a fuck. I was in high school just to collect a check.
Yeah, no,
I was a self-educated
my high school experience.
But yet I was passing.
Yeah, no, we could tell.
But amazingly, I was passing. I don't know how that was working, but I was like, I'll take it. C.
You probably did good on test.
I don't even remember taking the fucking test, but I'll take the C. Dude,
look, bro, I don't remember doing much projects. Like I remember some projects. I don't remember doing many projects at all, and I got fucking all the way through. I'm like, all right, cool. Like,
I think they were just trying to get me the fuck out of there. Dude, I could have graduated too. And it's like, fuck it. I don't need no piece of paper.
Yeah. Nowadays, you need a 4-year college degree and
first
20 years of experience before you get a job.
First thing I did when I dropped out of high school, go and get high.
Sounds about right.
Like, I'm free. And amazingly, I missed it the very next year because I seen all the new day, like the kids going to school for the first day. I'm like, this is weird. Not going to school for the first time.
Yeah, I don't have anywhere to be. Yeah, I have nowhere to go.
It's like I kind of miss it.
What's going on here?
You know?
We're social creatures, bro. We didn't have the internet and stuff like they do now. We didn't have nothing to keep us entertained. Like if somebody drops out now, no big deal. They can still probably do everything from Zoom, and they can play their fucking games all online, like, no problem. But we missed 2 days of school. Somebody might have thought we were dead. We didn't have a friend that went to school. That lived close to us.
Like, what happened? Shit, I remember some kids like here and there.
I haven't seen him in a couple of days.
They were missing school like 20 days at a time and shit.
Yep. Not till later in life did you realize their home life sucked. It was like, damn.
Oh shit, dude. Some of the kids I grew up with, I talked to years and years past and shit, and they told me some of the shit, and I told them some shit, and they were like, "Holy shit, bro! We only knew we'd have probably been nicer to each other." Huh? I was like, "Well, I didn't like you anyway, so." You're still on the list. Nah, I don't give a fuck. We were kids. Oh, I've had guys come back into like I get in contact with, and they'll like literally apologize. Like, oh, dude, I was a dick to you.
They're going through their steps,
huh?
They're doing their 12 steps.
I guess so. I don't give a fuck. And they're like, "Oh,
that's
I'm
what
sorry,
it was. Yeah,
bro.
it's usually what it is.
You know, made fun of you and shit." I was like, "Yeah, you made fun of that, Chris.
You're like,
you didn't make fun of Fatty
you are.
316, my friend." You're crazy. You have no idea. Remember, you helped make this. Freak them out.
This is your fault. They're like, what the fuck?
Your wife.
And I seen that you didn't like that, and you're now you're getting creepy, bro. What's wrong with you? Getting all weird.
That's the point.
You have such pretty hands.
That's the point, man. You don't want to be nice.
There was one I seen a video like that where it said a girl goes, "I've learned a new trick that when I'm walking at night by myself to keep people away from me is when somebody starts talking to them, they're like, 'You can see me? You can see me?' And then she starts chasing him. 'You can see me!' And this motherfucker dude's running, and all he wanted to do was just say hi to some girl walking down the street. Or I guess that's what we thought. I don't know. But all I know is she started chasing him, and he was fucking running and screaming his ass up because she's yelling out, 'You can see me.' Can you imagine that some schizophrenic ass motherfuckers started chasing you, talking about 'You can see me'? The fuck out of here, bro. I'm glad I don't go walking around outside at night. Stay by my house.
Yeah, we know it's a slow night because yeah, none of our other co-hosts even joined the chat to say hi. You know, bastards.
Well, they're all watching WrestleMania, bro. We
I know.
talked to you. We said it already. We already know what they're doing. They're not even checking in on us at all. Not even to say what's up.
Yeah,
Nothing.
we watch WrestleMania, but they want to say, you know, have a good show, guys, and you know,
yeah, no.
All I got.
They're sucking on the teeth of
last week. We out of respect,
capitalism.
We play no clips, but this is for our WrestleMania co-hosts out there.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Gay.
Oh, did I hit the wrong switch?
that last button is always the best button. That last one is the best one all the time.
Oh yeah,
gay.
I know.
And you didn't know that old boy was actually like a doctor in real life before he became like an actor comedian?
Oh, I believe it. I love
no. It's like it's true. Like you don't have to.
No, I know what you're saying. That's why I say I could believe it. Fucking, I think like the whole band of Queen were like fucking geniuses and shit. Hell, look at
Jack
War.
Black's mom was a genius.
They were like special effects students and shit.
Like, yeah, as I said, it's like they were doing a whole nother kind of field.
Yeah, they were like in the movie effects and some shit like that, movie arts program, and that's how.
Yeah,
they did all
animatronics and whatnot.
Well, no, they never really had animatronics.
Their shit was crazy.
It would be more like foam shit, like shit that they could move and hit people with. Yeah, it was never really. I don't think anything mechanical. They weren't Iron Maiden or nothing. But no, it was like all foam shit. Yeah, it was. Dude, they were creative. I give them that.
They were crazy. I've seen videos of them that just I don't understand.
Oh, I've seen them in concert.
People would even want to go to. I don't understand. I just don't understand that music.
The
Just don't. I
music's
really
pretty.
don't.
I mean, they've had. I'll be real with you, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and say I bought every Gore album. You know, I like some songs, but outside of that, you know, I wasn't. You know, I wasn't like. I thought they were more of a pop culture thing than they were a real band.
You know what's funny too is that kids nowadays don't know what it's like to have to buy a whole album for one song, and that might be the only good song on the album.
Wait, what was that
Nowadays
again?
they can just get whatever song they want.
Oh,
They
okay.
can only they don't know the struggle of buying an album for one song because they didn't send a single out for it, and then you have to get this whole album for the song, and there's one song is the only good song on there.
I
You
wouldn't
would
even
hope that
say.
like 3 or 4 would be hitters.
I wouldn't even say like. I wouldn't even call it a hassle. I would say more the experience of going to a record store or in our, you know, more in our generation, like a block, you know, Sound Warehouse or Blockbuster Music and or you know, shit like that.
FYI.
Well, that was later. I'm talking about more 80s, early 90s. You know, or the ones in the mall.
Wow.
You know,
Maybe that was just you because we had that shit up north.
now we didn't get
you
that
slow
till
folk down here in the south.
like late
Yeah,
90s.
you guys
But
were
we
slow.
had other. You got to remember, we had other
Yeah.
stores though. I
We
mean, we
had
had a
other stores
lot of.
too. There's a
They
whole
were all
neighborhood in
gone
Chicago
by
right
the
now
time
that
you moved
like
here.
that. Oh no! By the time I moved here, everything was dead because Katrina came and wiped half the goddamn city out.
Shit, where K
Like,
and
there's still
G
parts of the
Suits
neighborhood.
is on the service road, the Suits place, right by the
Mhm.
bars and all that.
Yeah, that's not that anymore.
That used to be a
Yeah, it's not
Sound
that
Warehouse.
anymore.
That used to be a
Yeah, it's not
music
even a
store.
K&G Suits place anymore,
Really?
or a Men's Warehouse. Is that what it is? Yeah, maybe
I
it's
thought
a
it was
Men's
K and
Warehouse.
J. It used to be a men's warehouse, but I thought it became a K and J. That's where I
I
bought
have
a
no
suit.
idea. All I know is it changed. That's yeah. I've heard about that down here.
Bought the
place.
only suit I ever owned there.
Shit, the David's Bridal that's on Vets turned into an AutoZone.
I don't like wearing suits. I'm too short for suits.
You look good in a suit. You look good in that tux when you were at the wedding.
No. Because I'm a bigger person, I gotta wear bigger coats, and it makes it look like the coat's bigger than me. You know, no. Me and suits do not get a. I don't know. No.
Like big pun.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no. Short people and big coats don't go together unless it's like a big, you know, sports coat. You know, like big coats. No, not a suit. Christy said CDs. Well, I was more going to get tapes. I was going to get cassettes.
Yeah,
that's when I started. Records were kind of past going. Well, yeah, records ended like in the early 80s.
Tapes. I had a lot of tapes. I had tapes, and then I got CDs right after that. I had a lot of tapes.
Dude, it makes me sick when me and Taryn's mom moved out there. I threw away thousands of cassettes. Thousands, Gary. I had like 7 of those fucking tape things filled, and like 2 of them were filled with just like
Jesus
cases, and they were filled to the brim, and it was like shows people gave me of like local bands, fucking shit, rare shit. Dude, I could have kept that shit, cataloged it,
just
man. Shit that probably will never be heard again.
Just like VHS tapes, bro. That's how you fucking.
That too. I threw
Nobody's got a VHS
of those
player.
away too. That turns my stomach. I should have kept all my classic horror movies.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Dude, I had like
old
all
fucking
the
VHS tapes.
VHS,
The fucking
all of them.
Oh yeah, the grainy fucking little lines in the fucking tape that you could fucking see it when it was playing. Oh man, that's nostalgia right there, baby.
I kept some VHS.
Oh, goodness,
I still got some, like a lot of the music.
I don't have any.
I
think I have my old camcorder. I got an old camcorder with the small VHS tapes in it, and I have the adapter, and you can put it in that, and then it goes in a real big VHS tape. That's the thing. That's the only VHS tapes I have, and that's just because, like I said, I have the camcorder.
Oh, I still got a
So-
VCR.
and I haven't used that fucking thing or even looked in that thing forever. I don't have a VCR anywhere. I think I do. I'm not sure.
No, I do.
I got CD players because, like, even the PlayStation 5 can play a CD or a DVD or anything like that.
Actually,
So-
it's the VCR that
It is what it
it's funny. When me and Taryn's mom moved in our townhouse, I think it was 01, the dudes came in and they broke the VCR because they were doing something on the wall, and we
Jeez.
like went to the office, said, "Look, they broke our VCR," and they're like, "Oh yeah, they told us," and they replaced it with a brand new one, and that's the same one from 2001. So fucking the VCR is 24 years old and it works like a charm still. And it's cool because this VCR actually
So-
cleaned its own, like the heads
crazy.
on it. You never had to buy a cleaner. It's fucking cool,
Oh,
and it still works.
That's fucking super fancy.
For 2000.
We're using
2001,
words and phrases nobody understands.
Yes, children, back in the day, at some point, you would have to buy a VCR cleaner for your VCR. So you'd put the little tape in with the solution, run it once or twice, let it sit about 5 minutes, and then put your VCR back in, and there you go. Your VCR would be playing fine again.
Yeah, it was weird. Weird stuff, man. Remember those VCR the VHS rewind tape decks things that you had to put in,
Yeah.
like, so if you didn't want to rewind it on the VCR.
Well, they
just put in
claim
a
it
little
used to
slot thing
wear
and
your
push it
VCR
down.
out if you would rewind it yourself. And I believe that. I really do believe that it did wear your fucking thing out.
The heads off, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. We're old as hell. We're talking about VCRs and VHS tapes. It's fucking
I know even DVDs are
cassette
obsolete
tapes
now.
and CDs.
Isn't that crazy?
No. I remember when they thought HD was going to be the thing, and then Blu-ray came along and said, "Nah."
Fuck, they thought
and then
Laserdisc-
Blu-ray went away.
They
It's
thought
like,
Laserdisc was going to be the thing.
did you ever have Laserdisc? I only knew people that had it. But
No,
I
I never had it, but I knew people with it.
Yeah, I knew one kid across the street. His dad like had a drop down cloth that would come down for the screen, and then the fucking big laser disc fucking thing would pop up out of the fucking center console. I was like, what the fuck is that?
And a
He's
big
like,
ass
"Oh,
fucking
This is a
disc.
movie." It looked like an album. It was bigger than an album. That's for sure. It was like an album was like smaller than it. I remember that much, which was weird because the album was like the biggest piece of media that you could have.
Laserdisc didn't make it.
Oh my goodness. she's out. She can't wait no more.
Well, sorry.
Wow.
He has a job to do.
What do we do? I'm just telling you what the feedback is from our audience. And it's only our family members because
I'll
our other
have to-
people are
Don't make me
bitches.
get all red beard on him. Everybody's replaceable.
You're so stupid. You're not
Except,
significant.
except me. You can't replace me.
Oh my god.
Always imitate it, but never duplicate it.
You already kind of did.
Yes, I know everybody wants to be like me. Sometimes I dream that he is me.
No, not even.
Like Fatty. I want to be like Fatty.
That's not how it goes. I'm
Oh,
pretty
we're
sure.
talking about Laserdisc and
man, bro.
and Betamax, and
Yeah.
that's something that never everybody.
What did you say Betamax? We was talking about VHS. That never caught on. Yeah.
No.
Beta was weird. It was
Beta
small.
was fucking weird.
It was they thought it was to be a thing, but no, it didn't work out.
To
They
be
lost.
fair to Beta, it hung on, dude.
Just
It
like I
hung
said
on
with,
through the,
with
early
HD and
90s.
Blu-ray.
Wait, what's that?
Oh, it's the same thing with HD and Blu-ray.
Well, Blu-ray's still around. That's
Yeah,
like
but HD was
something that
supposed to be the
never
next thing,
caught
and then it went away.
Something that never caught on. My friend, who used to do, friend that was in all like electronics and sound and computers and shit. He used to have a DAT player. You ever heard of DAT?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. And most people listening now probably like, what the fuck's a DAT? It's a digital cassette, pretty much. It's about yay big, about like 3 inches wide and 1 inch long or whatever.
I was like, you're saying yay big, you're not on camera.
Well,
You're
yeah,
not
it's
on
like
camera,
3
bro. Can't
inches
say yay
wide
big.
and an inch in height. It's real small. It looks like a mini cassette, but a little fatter, but it's digital.
Yeah. It was
And
weird.
that was expensive like the fuck. And that's when you had the plays where had the digital
Especially
counters
back
and
in
all
the
that
day.
shit. It's the only way you could go to a
Especially
song
back
with,
in the
you know.
day.
That's how you keep track. Remember the counter on the fucking radios? So you can keep track of where the song was and shit.
Yes.
When you played a tape. Oh, okay. What was that song on? It was at 12. Go back to 12.
Oh, this is crazy. I'm looking up some of the DAT players right now online.
They probably still expensive as fuck because they were so rare.
And there's a DAT recorder that's $500, a Sony TCD
I believe
-D8, a DAT recorder. 5 stars. Only 4 ratings, but 5 stars on everybody. So
it's good shit to record shit like that. If you're gonna record tracks and shit, it's really good.
it was good. It was good audio. It was very good audio. That was the thing about it, because it was like the first digital, like you said, it was the first digital like player. And that was new technology, but it just never caught on.
We would
It only
go
caught on
raid.
for I think the music industry and stuff.
Shit, we had a friend who worked at the radio station. He was a DJ overnight, and we'd go raid the radio station of their music room. He let us in. I was because it wasn't like in the studio; it was like in another room, and we go hook up the DAT play and just go through all this fucking wall of music and shit, and just copy it. It's like, holy shit! Look all the fucking music. God, good old days.
Yeah, good old days when I only had to smoke weed for recreation, and I do it because of pain management.
Anyone that believes that story, I got a bridge to fucking sell you. I need it for pain management. I do it. I like to get high.
I like to get high too, but it helps, bro. You forget I still play basketball a couple times a week. Like, it helps with my soreness a lot. I don't take fucking pills, bro. I don't take anything else. I barely take ibuprofen. I smoke weed. That's my cure all for everything.
Will it help my soldier to stand at attention? No, but it'll help you forget that your soldier don't stand at attention. Peace. What movie was that from, dog? Come on.
I can't tell you what movie. I know the line, but I can't tell you. I've told you plenty of times. I don't remember that stuff.
That was
There's
How
very
High.
few things that I remember. Method Man and Red Man.
I love that movie.
It was just his birthday the other day. Red
smoke,
Man.
roll, smoke. When he wakes him up, he's playing Rammstein and shit. When I heard that, I almost fell out my chair. When he's trying to wake him up with the speaker and shit, and he playing Rammstein. I'm like, look at this shit. I was like, oh yeah, I like them too. Because I mean, look, I'm gonna be real with you, dude. I knew who the Wu-Tang was, but I'm not gonna sit here and say once again, I didn't buy their albums and go listen to them 24/7. You know, I knew who they were. I mean, the one I probably
I knew who Wu-Tang was.
Familiar with their music was Old Dirty, because I actually owned that album.
I knew Old Dirty. I knew Method. Yeah, I knew all of them.
I knew who they
You
were,
God,
but like I
Cut
said, I
Down,
didn't listen to the
Ghostface,
music except
RZA,
outside of
Jizzle,
Old Dirty.
Raekwon the Chef, Method Man, Inspector Deck. Yeah, I knew all of them. I have a bunch of their CDs probably still in my truck right now, and I don't even have a CD player. Like, I got no CD player in my truck, but I still have the little case with a bunch of CDs in there.
Honestly, I think they
Pretty
were
sure
probably. They probably could have did some movies and fucking. I think they're more known for that fucking movie than they ever were for their music, honestly.
What movie?
How High?
Oh, but that wasn't them. That was Method Man and Red Man. That wasn't all of Wu-Tang.
Well, I know that. I'm talking about them too.
Yeah, no, that's a different thing. Method Man and Red Man.
They could have probably did a Cheek and Chong type thing, and it would have probably been popular. They missed out on that. They went to they did the Fox show, but it wasn't the same.
No.
They should have did it like a Red
Yeah,
Man.
but that's America wasn't ready for that either.
Why? What you talking about? That's around the time maybe a little after we get Harold and Kumar, and look what happened to him. You mean the world wasn't ready? We always were ready for weed fucking movies. And you had Jay and Silent Bob, still popular.
How high? 2001.
Yeah, they could at least roll with that for at least 10 years, maybe longer. Weed movie, dude. Weed movies.
Harold and Kumar. Harold and Kumar came out 2000. Came out much after it.
How long?
Came out 3 years after.
Oh, that
3 years after.
Really? 3 years. That's it.
Yeah, and Method Man and Redman were musicians, bro. They were trying to make music.
Though, but I'm just saying they could have rode with those characters for a long period of time in multiple movies and became super popular with those two characters. Weed movies do
but
well.
They're making their money off of music.
Think about it like this.
You're not understanding. They're making more money off of fucking
being fucking classics. Even
some of them do.
Dumbest ones. Fucking what's that fucking movie? Reefer Madness is a fucking classic because it's so funny and ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
Yeah,
it's so dumb. That's why
it
it's
may be
just
the
dumb.
funniest marijuana movie I've ever watched in my life because it's so off the wall.
Stupidest marijuana movie.
Dude, they make them out to be like heroin addicts. It's like so funny. Even as a weed smoker, you laugh at it. Like, dude, this shit's ridiculous. The dude sitting there laughing and shit. Like, come on. But no, I'm just saying, weed movies just turn out. Good weed movies turn out to be cult classics. All of them. Friday, Dazed and Confused, and Dazed and Confused is really not a comedy. A weed comedy. It's just about a movie in the era. It's not real. No, Dazed and Confused is just more of a more of a doc type movie, more serious drama than it is a comedy. They have
it's a day in the life of movie.
Yeah, they have some characters that do some comedy bits because of their personality, but it's not written to be a comedy. But that's what I'm saying. Movies like that, they just know how to be pop culture movies. Weed movies, I don't know what it is. Friday, Days of Confused, Cheek and Chong.
Like I was saying, Method Man and Redman were doing much more than just trying to do a movie. They were making lots of music.
Yeah, but the 2000s,
they were still at the height of their fame.
The 2000s.
That's not true. You didn't know that because you weren't in it. You didn't like Wu-Tang. I've been following Wu-Tang since like 92.
They were never as popular as they were in the 90s. Come on.
I didn't say they were as popular as they were in the 90s.
That's what I'm saying.
You're saying that they would have made them more popular if they would have did some skit with this. No, they were making plenty of money doing the tours.
No, but I'm not talking. But you're talking about if I'm just saying those were two characters that they could have rode on the backs of for a while because that was a popular fucking movie. That's what I'm saying. But
and I'm telling you that they wouldn't have.
They look back and wish they would.
And I'm telling you that they wouldn't have because it wouldn't have been as popular as.
Why?
They probably don't. I'm 100% sure they don't regret because they wouldn't have been as popular. Like you're trying to tell me that they were.
Why?
You just said they weren't shit, and then they weren't. They would have been more popular if they did this. That's not how that works.
No,
I can't contradict yourself in your own thing. What's wrong?
The characters already reached like icon status in the weed movie era. They've already. I think they did cameos one time in a movie as Cyrus and
maybe.
I think they did. But that's what I'm saying. They could have been, I think, more than they actually were because of how high they could have gone on and did other movies with those characters. That's all I'm saying. Would they have been as big? I don't know. That's remained to be seen. But if you basing it on something like what Harold and Kumar did, I'd be like, yeah, they could have.
Yeah, maybe. But like I said, that wasn't their only thing. You keep on forgetting these are rappers that were on tours. They don't have time to be making movies all the time. The fact they made one movie was more than enough.
You're like my old lady right now. You're overthinking it. All I'm saying is they could have rode the backs of those characters because they made it that popular.
And I'm telling you that they couldn't. They wouldn't have had the time.
But we're not
I'm
talking
thinking
about
realistic.
They wouldn't have. You're breaking it. You're overthinking it.
That's the.
You're overthinking it. I'm just saying.
You're
If
throwing
they
out
wanted to,
hypotheticals
they
all the
could
time.
have. Because of how popular the character
Neil Armstrong landed
I
on
don't
the
give a
on
fuck if
fucking
they were
Mars.
having babies. I'm not. I don't care. I'm just saying if they wanted to, they could have. You're overthinking it. Jesus fucking Christ.
Ridiculous. So crazy, bro. Go smoke some more weed. Calm down.
I am.
Relax.
That's the
You're getting
problem.
hyper.
Yeah, you motherfuckers are the reason I go home and fucking drink every night.
You don't drink anymore. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
I'm just saying shit.
Dude, fucking, I had an old man. That's where I got that joke from, an old man when I used to work with at Toys R Us. And we were just giving him shit. And he just looked at us and yells at us, "You the reason I go home and fucking drink every fucking fell on the floor laughing and shit. Oh man, I guess we could wrap it up.
This is
Everybody wants us
ridiculous,
to wrap it up, apparently, even though everybody's home watching WrestleMania tonight. I want to thank
That's
our
what it
other
is, bro.
co-hosts.
Everybody's watching WrestleMania, bro.
You know, I want to thank our other co-hosts just for coming in and just liking it and saying hi to our fans that didn't show up tonight outside our women. And thank you, Rick K. And everybody else who joined.
Rick was only non-family member here.
Yeah. Man, he's getting a spot in the Bayou Geek Hall of Fame. So I guess we'll do some shout
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
No word spoken truer. So let's give the shout outs. We got the Mo Dirk City podcast. I guess that's the name of that fucking shit, isn't it? Yeah, the Mo Dirk City podcast. Yeah.
They change it every other week.
Yeah, every week. I'm sorry, guys.
That's
I love
what we know
y'all.
it as.
Mo Dirk, Mojo, Dirk, Derek. God bless.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to say the name. Just go fucking. Oh my god, you're killing it.
We got our friends at Spitball Media, who I will shout out. Shaeen, B Show, and our good friend John Draper. John shouted me out again this week. Thank you, my friend. Who else we got? We got Wrestling Soup. That's Anthony Mission every time. It's Enjoy Numbers. Wow. This one's kind of rough. The Don Tony, I guess, and still Kevin Castle show. Shit, I didn't think this through.
Yeah, that's why I said you were just supposed to say the names of the shows.
Fuck no.
Is it still the DT and KC show?
I don't know. But you know,
only your feelings again.
Then we got After the Huddle.
If you don't know by now.
We got the Garden of Thought, our friend Jeff Lippman. Hey, we got a new friend, Hey Now, Rich Dow. Go check him out. Drew Yari show. And I think I got everybody. Am I missing somebody? I think I got everybody.
I think so, no, because some of the other podcasts are gone now. Down South Sports Fanatics?
No, Down South's still around. Down South, yeah, Down South. Yeah, them too.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's what
I like the redheaded stepchild of
I was thinking about that other one. I wasn't going to mention their name.
Oh no, they're gone. They're never coming back.
I wasn't going to. Yeah, that's what I figured. So,
and the Bayou
make sure everybody guys out there, you guys
green.
like and subscribe. We're over 100. It's awesome. Appreciate all the love and support. And yeah, bro. I guess till next week. Same bad time, same bad place.
This is true. So yeah, we'll see y'all next Saturday. That'll be when everybody should be here. All right, guys, we'll see y'all next week. Later.
Peace out.